Good morning, dear children. This will be our last chapter of a grammar textbook, and the last chapter we are going to study is Chapter 18 Conjunctions. So, let's start the chapter. What is a conjunction? A conjunction joins words, groups of words, or sentences. Okay, a conjunction is a word that joins words, that joins groups of words, that joins sentences. It has got different names. Let's look at that. It is also called as linking word or joining word. Okay, conjunction is also called as linking word or joining word. I want to give you an example so that you will not forget about conjunctions. Have you seen a junction? Yeah, what is the role of a junction? What is a junction? Junction is a place where two or three roads meet. A junction is a place where two or three roads meet. So, likewise, English also has a junction. That is a conjunction. That means it plays as a junction by which helps to meet or to join words, to join groups of words, or to join sentences. Okay, so conjunction plays like a junction. In the word conjunction itself, we have the word conjunction. It's funny, right? Yeah. So, conjunction is a word that joins different words, different groups of words, and different sentences. Some of the conjunctions are and, so that, because, but, or, as, and so on. We have a lot of conjunctions, but we are going to deal with only a few. Now let's learn about the first one, and. And is used to join two nouns, two adjectives, two pronouns, or two sentences. Mainly, and is used to join two nouns, two names, or two adjectives, that is describing words, two pronouns, or two different sentences. Now let's look at the examples given here. The first one is, here we have two sentences, okay. The first sentence is, I went to market. The second sentence is, I bought bread. So we are going to join these two sentences and make them into one. So look at the answer. I went to market and bought bread. I went to market and bought bread. Here we have joined two sentences by using the conjunction and. Let's look at few more examples. My brother is tall and smart. My brother is tall and smart. Here we have two adjectives. That is tall, smart. Tall is an adjective, smart is an adjective. So we have joined these two adjectives by using the conjunction and. My brother is tall and smart. The next one. Ram and Shyam are brothers. Ram and Shyam are brothers. In this sentence, we have two nouns or two names. Ram is a noun, Shyam is a noun. So we have joined these two nouns by adding and. Ram and Shyam are brothers. Next sentence. My sister and I study in the same school. My sister and I study in the same school. In this sentence, we have two pronouns, that is my and I. My is a pronoun, I is a pronoun. So these two pronouns we have joined by using the conjunction and. My sister and I study in the same school. And the last one. I went to the zoo and saw many animals. Actually, these are two sentences. I went to the zoo This is the first sentence. The second sentence is I saw many animals. So we're going to join them together by using the conjunction and. I went to the zoo and saw many animals. So in this sentence we have used the conjunction and. So mainly and is used to join two nouns, two adjectives, two pronouns, or two different sentences. Shall we go to the next conjunction? Yeah. The next one is but. It's very easy. But is the conjunction but is very easy to find out. But is used whenever there is contrast. That means when we have opposites. Okay, when we have opposites. Look at the example. He is poor but happy. Here we have two uh, words which are opposite to each other, poor and happy. Okay, how can somebody be poor but also happy? So here we have used but. So when we find the words which are in contrast, we use but. Look at the next sentence. Delhi is a beautiful city, but it is very crowded. Here also we have a contrast. Delhi is a beautiful city, but the but the problem is that it is very crowded. There are a lot of people. So here we have find a contrast. So when we find a contrast or opposite words, we can use but. That is when something happened, but the action is it's the opposite, then we can use but. Now let's go to the next one, or. Or is used whenever there is an advice. When you want to give somebody an advice or when you got some advice, uh, it's better to use the conjunction or. Look at the example. You stay in Delhi or Dubai. Here we have two options or two choices. Either you can stay in Delhi or you can stay in Dubai. So we have a choice. We can choose Delhi or we can choose Dubai. So it's a choice, the matter of choice. So we can use the conjunction or. Look at the next one. You can continue your work or you can go home. So here also we have a choice. Either you can do your work or you can go home. Do the work. If you're not doing the work, you can go home. So it's a choice. You can do the work. You should do one. Okay. Any one work you should do. Either you should do the continue the work or you should go home. So when you have a choice or when you have an advice, you can use or. Next one is because. Because is used to join two clauses where one clause says something and the other gives a reason for it. That means if something happens and that happened and uh, the first one, the clause means the part of the sentence. Okay. So mainly because is used to join two clauses and the first clause says something and the second clause gives the reason for it, why it happened. Look at the example. She stood first in the class because she worked hard. The first clause is she stood first in the class. That is the first clause. That is the first part of the sentence. And how did she get? The reason is that she worked hard. Because she worked hard, she stood first in the class. So when you find these kind of sentences, you can use the conjunction because. That is one clause. If one clause says something, the second clause will be the reason for the first clause. Clause means part of the sentence. I want to give you one more example. I have not showed here, but I want to tell you. I took an umbrella because it is raining. You took the umbrella. Why? The reason is that because it is raining. So when you find a reason for something, then you can use because. The next one is so that. The conjunction so that is used to indicate the purpose. That is, if you want to show the purpose why uh, something has happened, you can use so that. Look at the example. I want to do my homework quickly so that I have time to play. So your purpose is that you want to play. So in order to do that, you have done your homework very fast. Okay, so the purpose is to play. Okay. Your ultimate goal is to play. So for that, you completed your homework very fast. So when you find such kind of sentences, you can use so that. I want to do my homework quickly so that I have time to play. And the last one is as. As is used to give the reason in a situation. If you want to talk about a situation and you want to give a reason for it, you can use as. Because as can be used, actually because and as are mainly used to give reasons. And now look at the example given here. I went to the doctor as I have a bad throat. Because I have a bad throat, I went to the doctor. So in order to show the reason, you have used as. I went to the doctor. Why did you go to the doctor? Because you had a situation. What is the situation? Because I have a bad throat. The situation is I have a bad throat, and because of that, the reason is you went to the doctor. So this is our last chapter, and we have few exercises in our textbook. Please try to find the answers. It's very easy and is used to join words, uh, group of words or sentences. But is used when you find a contrast or opposites, or you use when you have a choice or you want to give an advice. Because is used, because and as is used if you have a reason for something, and so that is used if you want to show the purpose of some action. So this is our last chapter. I hope you understood this chapter, and please try to find the answers, and take care and bye.